Hi, my name is Angela Webster, and today I will be giving you my report speech on how I feel that because I fit into so many different cultures, it was difficult for me to choose one that specifically fit my personality. I do not consider myself to be a member of one culture or one subculture. I consider myself to be multicultural. Since I am an African American woman who is also a Christian, I am best defined by my upbringing, which makes up the distinct composition of my beliefs and behaviors. The beginning stages of my introduction to many cultures started with me being born into an African American family, mother and father, in the United States. Research states that African American families are more likely to be strict and to hold demanding behavioral standards and to use physical discipline. Now, I would have to say that my mother was very strict on me when it came to my education, and she did hold certain standards to me that other kids were not required to abide by. And when I got out of line or did something wrong, she did spank that honey. So I would say yes, it plays a major role in the reason for my behaviors because it taught me right from wrong. Means that I am a woman, I feel that I lack the cultural knowledge of the man, so therefore I am a part of a separate culture from that of the man, and I behave in a different manner. I believe our relative location also plays a major role in determining the characteristics of the cultures of which we are members. English, being my native language, defines one of many cultural characteristics used to translate the ideals of the American society as a member. Having been raised in the southern part of the United States, I also feel like is another reason for some of my behaviors, because I feel that the Southern American behaves different from the Northern American because of, the difference in the environments, and, the Southerners, we have a different way that we speak versus that of the Northerners. Also, me being from a small southern town that experienced its times of racism, I feel that has a lot to do with some of my behaviors and my beliefs. Even though I went to a predominantly white school, I was exposed to a lot of their culture, so now I feel that means that I practice a lot of it, and a lot of it has become a part of me. I could consider myself a member of that culture also. Esla Sebastian, she tells that culture is not an innate sensibility, but a learned characteristic, which says to me that me being black female, I could have been born and raised by an Asian family. This would change my cultural background. I feel that I have the African American background because that's the family that I was raised by. Had I been raised by the Asian family, then I would be of the Asian culture. And also, being an African American woman, religion, is the basis for a lot of my beliefs. I am of the Christian religion, and I don't attest to being a perfect Christian, but I do share in many of the Christian beliefs. The characteristics of a Christian is to walk like Jesus, to talk like Jesus, to live perfectly, and I myself do not live perfectly. but I do possess some of those characteristics. I do try and do right by others. I do believe that what you do to someone will come back on you. I do believe that if you honor thy mother and thy father, your days will be long. You know, there are a lot of things that the Christians believe that I strongly believe in too, and that's why I say that Christianity would have to be the basis for my beliefs and some of my behavior. Now that you're sitting here and listening to me speak on the reasons why I feel like I am multicultural, you would agree that you too are multicultural, and that we are what one would actually say is a multicultural person, and that's from being of many cultures, because I am from many cultures. Looking at me, you would automatically assume that I am black. From the way I speak, you would assume that I speak English, so therefore I am an American. But looking at me, you could not tell that I am a Christian, or you could not tell that I have a lot of the white American characteristics. But these are things that I have to tell you voluntarily for you to understand why I am a member or of all these different cultures that make up the distinct composition of my beliefs and my behaviors. Thank you.